Yes, it's me. I'm back filling up your ears with nonsense about M365. Today, there were two things I wanted to talk about to do with Copilot. Unfortunately, only one of them is in my tenant due to the way updating and rollout schedules work, but I will talk you through the other one. This is to do with updates that have happened to scheduling in Copilot. Quick reminder, when you were in work mode and you made a prompt, check that the prompt looked okay, then you can hover over it and you can click this box to little button of the clock to schedule it. You can then adjust whether you want it to run every day, once a week, once a month, whatever it may be, and it will run for a maximum of 15 times. Up until this point, if you didn't like the prompt, you had to delete it and recreate it. If I go to the three dots and then schedule prompts, we now have the ability as a frontier feature to edit the schedule. I believe that sometime soon we will be able to modify the prompt. If you need to change the prompt itself, unfortunately, you still need to delete it and recreate it. But good news, we can now modify the schedule, so I can update that. Second improvement is previously that only worked in work mode. Now you can do it in web mode as well. Web mode is external, going and querying the internet only. Don't use any of my internal data. So I've now got a schedule prompt here, look for new deals for stuff that I might be interested in, and I can schedule that to send it me on, say, a Friday lunchtime. Third thing that's quite cool is you can also now schedule prompts to interact with agents. Not all agents support this, but one of my favorites, which is Researcher, does. Researcher does passes through data to give you a deeper answer. It can take between 5 and 10 minutes. So being able to schedule these for stuff that I might use regularly is quite handy. One trick here, though, you can see that I have asked it a question, and Researcher will tend to ask you follow-up questions to clarify your intent and what you need it for. I've made sure in my testing that my prompt says I do not want any follow-up questions, and then I answer the questions that it asked me when I ran this as a test. You can then, again, check that your answer is okay, that it does what you want, and then hit the scheduling button. If I go into scheduled prompts, you can see I have a little visual indicator that this is a researcher agent that will be being used. I believe a number of the other, particularly the first-party Microsoft agents, support this functionality. One little thing in the UI is you can't differentiate between a web and a work scheduled prompt. Anyway, that's three uses for prompt scheduling and three quite neat little tweaks that are coming. We'll see more of this down the line. I personally use scheduled prompts a little bit. I tied myself up in knots for that with a mistake I made, but that's a story for another time. Interested to know what you might do with scheduled prompts out there. If you do anything cool, please let me know. I will catch you later. Bye-bye.